Hey, hopefully there's sound. Is there sound? Do we have sound? Hey, thank you for saying that, Kristen. Can you see the goal? Can y'all see the goal? Hey, can y'all hear me well? If y'all can hear me well, this is going to be great. If y'all can hear me well, yeah. Look at me over here being ready. You better be over there being ready. Hey, y'all. Brenda. Yay. Okay, so this is the goal. This is the goal. And this is what we're making. We're making one that's like this. I use this one all the time when I'm introducing my family. And I'm just going to show you how I did it. Yay. Okay, so now let me write down something else on here. Let me write down some things on here right quick. Plus reminders. So we have more than one goal, okay? We don't have two goals, okay? So I just wrote that. All right, to learn how to make a sublimated photo canvas plus reminders. Okay? Because we got y'all about to get these reminders. I think some of y'all forgot. Well, I'm just gonna say, you know what, Delonda, they forgot. That's it. That's the reason why things are happening is because they forgot. So, hey to everyone. Hey to everyone. So let me give you the reminders first, okay? And then we'll come back to the goal. Now, I see a lot of people watching. Please make sure you like the video on your way in. Hi, Ann. Thank you for being here. Sally, you're in Houston, so you're hot, just like me. Okay, good. All right. Oh, Kristen, it's not you, but it's about the other 153 of them. Okay? Andrea. Hi from Mississippi. Thank you so much. Crystal, hey. So I'm going over the goal, but I just had to add this right here. So I think since this is our first time being together since the live when I was like announcing like, you know, my story time and all that stuff. It's hot in Minnesota. Hey, Gwen. Not you, Sandra. Okay. Oh, nothing over here, Kristen. It's so dry. I feel like I'm in the desert. And my grass, I got grass to prove it. You in Sunnyside? Okay, Lanita. So you hot too. So y'all, I still don't do any one-on-one support. I know that maybe some people may have thought, oh, well, she retired, so she's at home. Yep, I am. Doing crafts and taking naps. Okay, so I don't do one-on-one support. I don't. I do not. You have on your shirt. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I don't. So if you ask me if in my Facebook group, like if you go into Messenger and you ask me a question, I'm still not going to answer it. And if you send me a message on Instagram, I'm still not going to answer it. I don't do one-on-one support. I don't do one-on-one support. There are content creators who do, but I'm not one of them. Okay, because and y'all, I'm saying this with love in my heart. I'm saying it with love in my heart, like love, right? Love. But I one question is never one question. It's never It's never, ever one question. So even if you say to yourself, I just have one question, you're lying. Okay? Just say that you're lying. Okay? So I don't even get myself I don't even get myself involved. So there's that. Okay? Okay. So that's one reminder. The best way to get help, thank you, Dolores. The best way to get help, so because some people are not on Facebook, and I get that, right? Some people don't know this about me, though. I interact the most in my Facebook group. Like, that's, to me, and I'm sorry if you're not on Facebook, but I'm going to just say this. My Facebook group is my primary, I don't even know if I'm looking at the right place. I'm going to just look at myself. Hey, girl. My Facebook group is my primary community, right? That's where I interact the most. So if you're ever wondering, like, I wonder what Delonda is doing. If you go to that Facebook group, you're going to see me. You're going to see me interacting with them. You're going to see me commenting on their stuff. You're going to see me trying to respond to questions. That's where I interact the most, is in my Facebook group. Really, on other platforms like YouTube, I really just come here to do tutorials because that's really what YouTube is for, right? On Instagram, I'm still learning how to use Instagram. What is this? What is going on right here, honey? Hey, Amanda. Hey, Pamela. But really on Instagram, I just really post reels and, kind of little quick family updates and stuff like that. But I still don't do one-on-one support. So even if you send me like a DM on Instagram, I really don't do one-on-one support. So I'm going to say sorry, but not sorry. Okay. Really, the best way to get help is to just ask your question under the video. Because I do try to come back to the video and like answer questions there, but ask your question about that video. Okay. So like, let's just say like you had a question about this, right? You would be asking the question about this under this video. So you wouldn't come under this video and say, now what was the temperature for the keychains? Because that wouldn't make sense, right? So you, like, whatever your question is about this, if you ask it under the video, then I'll see it and I'll respond to it. If you have a question in my Facebook group, you really just pose your question right there in the group, and somebody in that group, because they are so phenomenal, like, I can't even tell you how phenomenal they are. Somebody in that group is going to try to answer your question. And it doesn't have to be me. Okay. And as a lot of times it won't be me. Sometimes it will, but a lot of times it won't, because the group is just so fantastic that they're going to try to help you because they don't want you to be lost. Okay. All right. All right. So we're good. So this is what we're doing. So those are my reminders, okay? Those are my reminders. And if you sent me a message, please know that I saw it. And I did not respond to it, okay? I just want you to know that. I'm sorry, but I'm not, okay? Hey, Patrice, thank you for being here, okay? So this is what we're doing. This is one example. This is another example, yes. Yes. And look, I'm still trying to figure out how am I going to incorporate cooking into my schedule, because I don't like to cook. This is my husband, Peter, and he likes to eat. And I do not. He married a woman that does not like to cook. Okay? He did. He's stuck with me now. We together. We in this thing. Okay? All right. So this is another example of that. Okay? So we are doing this. This is the goal in case anybody comes in. Hey, Melinda, thank you for being here. Hey, Sharon. Sharon, I'm trying. I'm going to work on it next week. Okay? Not doing it this week. I think it was Amanda who really understood me that the reason why we have a kitchen is because it came with the house. Okay? All right. So there's that. All right. So we're doing this. Now, I always like to start with, the supplies that I use, and today is no different. So polyester fabric, I have only purchased polyester fabric from Walmart. I'm sure a lot of places sell it. I'm almost positive you can get it from Joann. Like Joann, they used to be called Joann Fabrics or something like that. But I haven't ever purchased any from there. Karen, I love you, okay? Because I don't like to cook. Oh, and let me also say this for anyone who is watching this video and they like you want me to just start the video and start the craft and don't talk to the people, you probably are not the kind of person who would want to watch a live tutorial. I do have a tutorial on this exact process that I will leave link below this video, because in the live I do interact. So I have gotten comments about, oh, you know, Delonda, you're taking too long, you're talking to people. Like, that's what's going to happen on the live. So if you know, there are people who don't like to laugh. Okay, if that's you, that's great. But we're gonna talk in here and we're gonna laugh, we're gonna interact. Okay, so if that's not you, you know, you just want to get to the craft, watch the regular video. I think it's like 23 minutes. Okay, I did this whole thing in 23 minutes. Okay, look, Kiki. Okay, so the polyester fabric that I buy from Walmart, and you know, every Walmart is different, but I would assume you probably can't get it from those little small neighborhood market Walmarts, the ones that they don't even have a blue thing, it's like green. Hey, Tracy, thank you. Okay, but like if you go to a super Walmart, the ones that have like clothes and shoes and coats and boots and tires and, you know, all the stuff, right? Because it is what? Super, right? So if you go in their fabric section, is close to their crafting section most of the time, they have like pre-cut fabric. And someone has asked, like people have asked, like, what's the SKU number on it? But I think on no, it's all the same, but it doesn't feel the same. So this is the one that I get from Walmart. And it's normally just like this, 2 yards for $2. And if you look at this one, make sure you can see it. I'll just pick up, every time I see it, I'll just pick up one that says 100% polyester, because you can use this, you know, you can use this if you're just getting started with sublimation and, you know, you want to test out some things with your printer and make sure your colors are right. That's one way you could use it, but I've also used it for this. So when I made this, I just covered it with the polyester fabric. So they have this one. This one is 1.5 yards. Poly interlock. I don't even know why it's called that, but it's the same thing. It's 100% polyester and it's just fabric. Okay. Hey, Jesse. Yours only had cotton. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. And then here's another one. So, but what you should know about this polyester fabric, y'all know I'm not good at this. One day I'm going to be so good at it, just not today. But what you should know about the polyester fabric is that even though all three of these came from the same place, like I got all of these from Walmart and I got them all from that bin where the fabric is, they don't all feel the same. So this one right here, this one, it feels like really, really, really super soft. And of course, there isn't a way for me to like let you feel it. I'll let you put it right here. Can you feel it? See how soft? Look at it. See it? See it? It's like super, super soft. It's like very flexible. This one is a little bit less, right? I don't know if you can see. Let's see it better. Okay. And this one is it almost feels a little bit like cotton, but you can see there's a clear difference between these two. Can you see that? I don't know if you can, but hopefully you can. Okay, y'all, how y'all feeling so far? Do you take my word for it? Naomi, you can feel that fabric. Stop acting like you can't touch it. Okay? But at any rate, you get the one that is 100% polyester. That's all this is. So even though these all have the same, like if you look at this, all of these have the same SKU number. they don't all feel the same. And so somebody, you know, people will ask like, what's the SKU number? They don't feel the same. Okay. And I guess they have the same number just so they could be rung up at the same price, but they don't feel the same at all. I'm shining. I'm shining, shining. I'm not gonna sing any more verses, okay? But I'm shining, okay? So there's that. This one right here is also, don't worry about it. This one is also polyester fabric, but this one, and it looked just like that one, it let me let you hear it because you can hear the difference. It's a little more rough, but let me see if you can hear it. Can you hear that? This one has a more stiff texture to it. So I don't know if you could see that, but it's still on the tag. It said 100% polyester. See that? Okay. It had the same tag as these. Got it from the same place. Okay. All right. So this is the one that I'll be using because this is the one that I used on these tutorials. All right. So I am using my sublimation printer. Before I go live, you guys, I always try to make the project in preparation just so I can make sure I don't leave anything out. But why would you want to buy that? Why would you want to buy what, Ann? Make a song with the fabric. Make the music with your mind, man. They look, they're all different textures. Yes, Dolores, they are. Zoot suit. Okay. Why would you want to buy the fabric? So, and you must have just come in because I addressed that. But the reason why you will want to buy this fabric is if you are just getting started with sublimation and you're not sure about your colors, or if you have your colors right, or if your settings are right, you can use this as test fabric. But this is also what I use to make this. This canvas right here. When I got it, it was this. Okay, so I just took one of these canvas boards and I covered it with fabric. Okay. So what I was saying was before I ever go live, I always try to make the project so that I can be ready and kind of, know what questions might come up. And thank you. What happened today is I printed my picture from my Epson EcoTank 2760. That's the printer that I use. I do not have a true, using air quotes, true sublimation printer. My printer is using sublimation ink, but it really wasn't intended to be used with sublimation ink. Hi, Betty. And what happened was, this is the picture that I was trying to print, right? So this is the picture of me and my girls, right? Because this is the picture we're going to use, right? And I'm only showing you this is the second one, but the first time I printed it, this is what came up. Okay. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. I'm getting ready to go live and my printer is not working. And I was frantic a little bit. Okay. I would say frantic is a good word. My skin is looking good. My melanin is looking really, really good. Okay. Okay. Hey, Tamaria. Okay. So my print did not come out good. I was getting worried about it. So I was like, let me just do a nozzle check. And I'm glad that I think it was, I don't remember who said they had they had a clogged printer. So I was like, this is what I was going through for the last hour. I was doing a print cleaning. I was doing a print head cleaning because, oh my goodness, this is what printed out. And it wasn't supposed to look like this at all. It was supposed to look like this. So what I did was I did a nozzle check, right? And so if you look at my nozzle check, you can see that so here's my yellow, here's my magenta, here's my black. And my blue didn't come out. So I was like, oh my goodness, like this is not the time for the blue to be acting a fool. Like any other time, act a fool, don't be doing it in public, right? So I was outdone. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to hear from nobody. Like, good thing I was retired, because that printer heard words that's not suitable for humans, okay? So I printed that out, and then I was like, this is not good. This is actually terrible. So then I was like, well, let me just try to do a print head cleaning, because I did that and then it didn't work. So then I did a print head cleaning, and then I said, let me just do another nozzle check. So I did another nozzle check, and you can see still nothing, right? So then, because it was just my blue or the cyan, and it wasn't all the colors, all of the other colors look really, really good, right? Right? All of the other colors look really, really good. I said, let me just print some purge pages for my cyan, because I didn't need to print purge pages for all of them. It's just the cyan that wasn't working. And here's my advice. If you are using a converted Epson, right? And I'm converted, right? That just means you put sublimation ink in there. If you are using a converted Epson, do not do a power cleaning. Like, make that your very last resort. Even if you have to print 50 pages of purge pages, number one, only print the color you need. You don't need to print all the colors. So if you look at mine, my black is fine, right? The black was fine, the yellow was fine, the magenta was fine. I would not print a purge page with all of those colors. I don't need all of those colors. I only needed the cyan, which is the blue. So I sent it through my printer, and I sent it through twice, and then I did another page. So let me show you. So here's like the third one. You see nothing. And at first my cyan was printing, first it printed like light pink, then it went to dark pink. I was like, oh, again. Then it turned yellow. Then, I did it again, but I didn't let it go all the way through this time, right? I just stopped it because I could see it wasn't going all the way through. And then I did another print head cleaning. I just did a print head cleaning. And then let me tell you what I did. I topped it off. I topped the cyan off. So even though it wasn't empty, it wasn't even near half, I poured more ink in that cartridge. And then I could see right here, you can see a little bit of blue. Can you see that? Can y'all see that? Don't toss it out the window, Kimberly. Can y'all see that? Okay, so I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I was all over here dancing, getting it. I was getting excited. So I was like, I'm gonna do it one more time. So I did another, I don't know where I did it. I did another print head cleaning. And then I said, I'm gonna just try it again. Y'all, some of y'all that getting it. Because I was like, if I have to, I'm just use my other printer. So after I did it again, it worked. And I was so excited. So this was my first time printing from my 2760, and I realized I had the problem. Then I started doing my, my nozzle checks, my print head cleaning. Y'all, please don't do a power cleaning. Like, please don't do it, okay? Do not do a power cleaning. Do not do a power cleaning. Say that, do not do a power cleaning. So I did all of these, like I just kept doing it. And then I was doing my purge pages, just the cyan, okay? And the cyan, remember, you want to put the hex number in there, okay? You want to put the hex number in there that matches the actual color of the cyan, okay? Okay? Okay, so that's what I did. And I did it like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. And then once I saw a little smidge, right? I just saw a little smidge of the blue right there. I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. And I just did it again. So here's the one that I printed from my Epson, my EcoTank 15,000, just as a backup, because I was like, if I have to, I'm just use the 15,000. But I didn't want to. I really didn't want to, because I said I was going to be using the 2760. So this is, same thing. One is from the EcoTank 15,000. One is from the 2760. Okay. All right. So we got that. I'm going to be using Cricut heat resistant tape. I always do. I use this one right here. I'm going to be using a lint roller. I'm going to use my heat press. You don't have to have a heat press like that. You can use any heat press that will heat up to 400 degrees. Butcher paper. My butcher paper comes from Sam's. In a big roll like this. Okay. And my sublimation ink, I use Hippo. I use Hippo sublimation ink and A-Sub sublimation paper. This is the paper that I use. You don't have to use any of the same stuff. You don't have to use any of the same stuff that I use. You can make your own purge sheet, y'all. I can show you how to do it really quickly, okay? When we get to Microsoft Word, okay? So we got all the materials. Oh, and here's another thing. The canvas, this is just a regular 8x10 canvas. You can get them in a pack of 5. You can get them in a pack of 10. You can get them, I don't know, pack of 20. I don't know. You can get them from Walmart, Target. I think Sam's even has these. Amazon. You can get them anywhere. You can also get these. I have 2. Christiana. Hey, Bonnie. You can also get these from Sam's. You can also get them from Ross. So depending on how big your printer is, I have some over here that I want to show you. Dollar Tree, yes, true. Okay, so this is also the same size, right? So these are the 8x10, right? So you're gonna take the plastic off. We're gonna go through all of that. This one is a 12x12, right? So you could get them this size. I think somebody bought me this as a gift, but I just never opened it. And then you could also get like 11x14 if your printer will print that big. Okay, and this was what? $9. I've never even opened it. Yeah, do not do a power cleaner, y'all. Okay. All right, so we've gone through the materials, and now we are going to go into Microsoft Word. Hey, precious pieces. Okay, y'all good so far? We got the materials. Make sure that you have liked the video. Okay, make sure you have liked the video. Y'all, I gotta get a fan. I feel hot. Feeling hot. How you feeling? Hot. How you feeling? Occasionally has those on sale. Use Word. We're going to use Word for this, Tammy. We're going to use Word, Tammy. Morgan, you and your companion dog. Y'all want to see Milo right quick? Your sponsor. Y'all ain't seen him in a long time. Come, bring him up here right quick. Okay. Hey, Milo, come say hi to the people. How was work? Say hi to the people. Milo the Howler. There's Morgan. Bad, bad, bad. Unwanted, not true. Get back. Get your life together. You need to get your life together. Get back. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, so what I typically do, and you guys, hey Marilyn, thank you for being here. Kristen said hey, Mom. Hey. And Naomi said hey. Y'all, she is the one who wrote that beautiful letter to me when I retired. This is her. This is my girl Morgan. And they're leaving Saturday. They're leaving the mother Saturday. Okay. Oh, so we're also using a glue gun. I didn't go over that. Glue gun. And we're also going to use a staple gun. I used both of these. You don't have to do it the way I did it, but I'm just going to show you how I did it, okay? All right. Okay, so let's go into Word. We have all the materials. And if you are just joining, please remember to like the video. And if you're wondering about materials, please just rewind, okay? All right. Thank you. All right, so let's go into Microsoft Word. Now, when I did this tutorial, it was over a year ago, and I printed from Silhouette Studio. I am not going to print from Silhouette Studio. This time I'm printing from Microsoft Word. If you don't have Microsoft Word, you could also use Google Docs. You could also print from Canva. But the reason why I use Microsoft Word is just because it's just easy for me. Okay, that's just what I do. Okay. All right. If you have the same printer I have, or if you have a printer that is not a wide format printer, like the Epson 2760, am I? Girl, you better be sitting down low. Let me do this. How about that? Let me do this. Okay. If you have let me look at myself. If you thank you. You have trouble with Word? Oh my gosh, I found it so easy. So if you have a printer that is not a wide format printer, like the printer that I have, or if you have the Epson EcoTank 2803, or any of the Epson EcoTanks that are not wide format printers, you can print up to 8.5 by 14, right? Okay. But I'm not, right? I'm only going to be printing 8.5 by 11. So even though I've already printed that document twice, I'm going to print it one more time because I want you to see how I do it. Okay. All right. So we're going over to Word. Going over to Word. All right. All right. Can y'all see that good enough? Patrice, you hating? Haters gonna hate. Bring your eyes down low. All right. So you see I'm in Microsoft Word. And what I'm going to do, right? I just went to File and New. That's all I did, right? So over here at the top, right here where it says Layout, I'm just going to click right there where it says Layout. And right now my orientation is in portrait mode. Let me make this, let me see if I make it bigger. Will it be bigger for you? No, not really. Right now, my orientation is in portrait mode, but I'm going to change my orientation to landscape. And the reason why I'm changing my orientation to landscape is because the photo that I'm using is wider than it is tall. Okay. If you're using a photo that is in portrait mode. Let me stop sharing for 1 second because I want to make sure you understand what I'm doing right here. So like this photo right here, this is what's considered as landscape. This is considered what's in portrait. So if I was using a photo that I was going to be hanging like this, I would keep it in portrait mode. But if I'm using a photo that I'm hanging like this, I'm going to put it in landscape mode. Okay. So this would be considered as like 11 by 8.5. And this is like 8.5 by 11, right? Okay. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And since this is the photo that I'm using, we're going to put it in landscape. Okay, going back. La 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 la. I don't know why that song came to my head, but guess what? I'm about to sing it. La 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 la. Okay, that was it. All right, so now I'm in Microsoft Word and my orientation is in landscape. I'm at the top right here. See where I'm hovering with the mouse? Hovering with the mouse. I'm in landscape mode. Now what I would do, thank you, D. You understand me? That's me, Singer D. I would go right here at the top. See where my mouse is? And I would just make sure that like I basically don't want any margins, right? I just want to just move these margins out of my way. I'm gonna just drag that all the way over. Same thing over here, drag it all the way over on the right. And then over here on my left panel, right here where I'm hovering with the mouse, I'm gonna do the same thing at the top and at the bottom. Okay. So I basically don't have any margins. Ode to landscape. Gail, I like the way you're thinking about this. Okay. Ode to landscape. Marilyn, yes. So now I basically, if I'm ready to print my image, I will have a full screen image and my image won't be cut off. Okay. So now I already have a photo because you saw the photo. I just showed it to you. I'm going to go up here to insert and I'm going to go to pictures and I'm going to go to this first option that says this device. Okay. And I'm going to navigate to the pictures that I have. Now I have this image just saved in my downloads. So I'm just going to click that and I'm going to click insert. Now, so the picture came in, right? Okay. Hi, Rondria. Somebody tell Rondria what we're doing. Okay, so then what I would do, first I went to Microsoft Word. The second thing I did was I changed the layout from portrait to landscape. The third thing I did was I basically just got rid of all of the margins. The fourth thing I did was I inserted a photo. Hi, Bizzle's mom. Okay. So what I'm going to do now that I have the photo inserted is I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to go to the option to wrap text. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to be able to move the text around on the, basically on the document wherever I want to move it. So I'm going to click wrap text and I'm going to go to the option for tight. And then see, I can see how I can move this now because I changed it from just basically being inserted. Now I can move it and I can make it bigger. I can do whatever I want to do with this, right? And I really do want this photo to take up the whole page. Okay. So I can stretch it like this. I can stretch it like this, right? But look at how warped it is. I can stretch it over here. Wherever I have the corners is where I can stretch the photo. Wherever, like you see, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but like wherever my arrows are is where I can just stretch it out. I can make it smaller and I can move it all around this page if I want to. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. Thank you. Now, Andrea, if your photo was taken in portrait mode and then you try to change it to landscape, it's going to be warped. It's going to look strange. Okay. Any questions so far? So I'm like, if I want to just stretch this out, right, like that, because I want this to be as big as I want it to be. I want to take up the whole page, basically. Milo, get back. Morgan, come get him. Okay, so you see how right here Madison is cut off? So I would not use my photo like this because, you know, I don't want her to be cut off, right? So what I would do is I would move the photo to where I want it. And then I might even go over here to right click and I can go to size and position. Right here where it says lock aspect ratio, I might change. I don't know why it's clicking like that. While it's doing that, that like really bothers me. But if I go over here, let me see if I can change it from here. Is it still, it's still doing that? Well, I could take that option off for lock aspect ratio, and that gives me more flexibility in how I can move. I agree, and I love the way you think. It gives me more flexibility with how I can move the photo. So I can make it tall if I want to, but then look at how tall we look. It just kind of looks weird. But if I, you know, started to make it taller, I could stretch it out wider. I could change it here in the top right if I want to. I can do it exactly how I want to do it. I can keep going like this, you know. You understand what I'm saying? I can change it as much as I want to. All right. So let's just say, you know, it's as big as I want it to be. And I was good with this. Hi from Arizona. So you must be hot too. All right. So this is good to go for me. Let's just say I like it just like this, right? Now I would go to file and I would go to print and I would navigate to my printer. I would navigate to my Epson EcoTank 2760. So right here, I would click, choose the drop down and I would navigate to that printer. So my printer is right here and I'm sure it's going to start that clicking stuff again. I don't know why. And I will go to printer properties. It's doing the clicking stuff again. Oh, it's not showing on your screen like that. This is very question. I don't understand that, Priscilla. Hi, Karen. Okay, so I'm here and I will go to my, now really with this, I don't need to mirror this because there are no words here, right? The words are in our what? Heart. Because we do what? Love. Right? That's what all they're thinking. I'm standing next to my mother who I love. So, but it doesn't say that on the picture, but I know that's what they're saying in their heart. Okay, so I don't really need to mirror this, right? I can go ahead and click print. I don't really need to do anything to this. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to choose to print this. Now, let me see if I can, Milo, get your life together. Where there is there is mirror. I don't know what that means. No, what? Get. Please get him. Love. Okay. I'm gonna open it up so y'all can see me print this. I'm trying to pull it up on my I'm gonna pull it up on my pull it up on my printer. Let's see how I can. See how I can add that printer so you can see it print out. Let's see. Right now you see me. Hey! Hey. Go to. Hey. Look at you. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Let me see if I can turn it around. I know y'all could not hear me. I was just trying to show you my printer. I know you could not hear me, but could you see the printer with one sheet of paper? Yes. Yes. I only wanted you to see the printer with one sheet of paper. That's what I do. So I don't keep a stack of paper in my printer. I'm sorry. I should have said that. Hi. Okay, so I don't keep a stack of paper in my printer just in case I have a snafu. You're only gonna get one. You're not gonna get a stack. The reason why I have a stack of paper on top of the printer is because I was printing those purge sheets to try to get my cyan back working. Don't be paranoid, Lynetta. I'm sorry. I should have told y'all. Okay. Audio Tech, that's me, Audio Tech D. You are not. That's why I kept doing like this. This is my thumb up. Your thumb up didn't help me, Delonda. Okay? That was my way of trying to tell you. Did I just use copy paper? Yes. That's a great question. And so for my test prints, I was not using my sublimation paper at all. I was only using regular copy paper. So now that I'm waiting for that to print, Janice, you're gonna have to refresh. Refresh, Janice. Now that I'm printing that one sheet, now my printer is not on fast speed. I do not, when you're printing your sublimation sheets, you do not want to have it on fast printing. After that finishes printing, I already have my heat press heating up to 400 degrees, okay? So while that's printing and while that's heating up, what I would do is go ahead and get my polyester fabric cut, okay? So with this, yes, you do your test prints and your purge sheets on regular paper, but you still use your sublimation settings because you still want to say that it's premium presentation paper matte because that's going to put more ink on the paper, especially if you have a clog. That's going to really get the ink flowing. It was me, Tracy. Okay, so now I'm going to open this, right, because it still has the plastic on it, right? You could just use your fingernail or whatever, right? And just take the plastic off. For anybody that's just joining my Facebook group, because I saw Patricia put the link in there for my Facebook group, let me go ahead and give you a public service announcement. We don't want to buy your logo, okay? So if you sell logos, we don't want it. Okay, so we don't do foolery. We don't do foolery. We don't want to buy your logo. We don't want to buy all your supplies because you have decided to stop crafting. We don't want any of that. Okay, so don't even ask. We don't want to buy your shirts. We don't want to buy your mug press. We don't want to buy your printer. We don't want to buy your ink. We don't want to buy anything that you think you might try to sell in the group. Okay, because not only are we not going to buy your stuff, but we're going to block you. Okay, and then I'm gonna put your name on blast to every person that I know who has a Facebook group. Okay, I just want you to know that. Okay, we don't want to buy none of your stuff, nothing. Okay, it's up there somewhere, and it's linked below the video too. Okay, we don't do any sales, and we don't ask for SVGs, not in my group. Okay, we don't do it. Okay, so don't come in there saying, does anybody have a Barbie SVG? No, we don't. That's me, Honest D. We don't. Okay, we don't. Okay, so just know that that's not the group. Now there are groups like that, right? Because on Facebook there's a group for everything, right? Group for motorcycle riders. There's a group for people who love cows. There's a group for everything. There's a group for everything. Literally, people who love red. Group for Christians, group for atheists, group for everything. In my Facebook group, we don't do that. Okay, I just want you to know that. All right, no links. We don't want your logo. We don't want to buy your stuff because I'm just too busy and I just decided to sell all my stuff. You know, send me a private message. We're not. The message is, that's me blocking D. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Jackie. So here's my thing, right? So what I would do with my fabric, no matter which fabric you buy, like if you got this, you know, no matter which one you purchase, you want to get the you want to cut a piece of fabric that's big enough, that's actually bigger than the canvas. So like this canvas is 8 by 10, right? So when I get ready to cut this fabric, I'm going to make sure that the fabric is bigger than the canvas. I'm not going to cut the fabric at 8 by 10. I need it to wrap around the canvas. So if you look, well, you can't tell from mine because I put paper behind it, but there is, the fabric wraps around the canvas. Okay, so I'm gonna get my as Eve calls it, a roly cutter. I love that. I'm gonna get my roly cutter and I'm gonna cut around the fabric. Okay, and if you don't have a roly cutter, do not feel the need to buy one. You can use scissors, you can use whatever. You can use your shears that you use when you cut your meat up. I don't know. Okay, use what you have. Okay. All right, so you're gonna see my I wanted y'all to see my image printing, but I did not do a very good job with the camera and the sound, and I don't want to just take up your time. Milo, get back. Get back. So I'm gonna use my Morgan, get this dog. You want to spank it? You want to spank it with a ruler? Okay, that's what I thought. He doesn't. Okay. That's me keeping it real, D. I'm all the D's. Okay. Milo, get back. Oh boy. So I have found that using one of these Cricut self-healing mats, and you don't have to use a Cricut brand, you can use any self-healing mat, is really good, right? Baby, when the girls leave, he gonna be sad, I can promise you. He is going to be sad. He is not cooperating. Y'all, because we had Wingstop for dinner last night. I know it wasn't Friday, but we did it anyway. And I was eating some chicken before I came on live. That's between who? Me and the Lord. And I guess he could smell the stuff in the trash. It is a lot of rhinestones. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank God for that. Is that what it is, Ernique? Okay, I don't know how y'all, let me see if I can. This table is a mess. Y'all gonna be like, you know what, Delonda, unfollow. I can't do it. Unfollow. What is all of that? Oh, your band uniform? You better be in the band. You better be having an instrument. Girl, you better be over there doing it. Let me see how I could show y'all what I'm doing here. Hey, Angel B. Hey, Stevens Flock. Welcome. We'll just put all this polyester fabric down here for now. Try to show y'all how I cut this. Y'all, it's a mini mess over here. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hi, Greg. Thank you for being here. Let me see. Maybe if I can bring that back some and bring it lower. Oh, you know what? Duh, Delonda, I could just bring the table higher. I'm so smart sometimes that I'm dumb. Bring the table higher. All right, how about that? Here we go. Y'all can see that. Here we have before you a whole bunch of polyester fabric. Okay. But y'all can see that, right? Yes. So what I'm going to do, not yet. So I just have the canvas. This is the 8x10. So I'm just going to cut, you know, even if I just do 12x12, that's still going to be big enough because what I want to do is, I saw that, that's one of the big ones. What I want to do is be able to cover the canvas. And my rolling cutter is not very sharp. So let's just pretend like this was the image that I just printed because this over there on the other side. When I print my sublimated images or my sublimated photos, I always just let them sit on the heat press. That's what I do. I just let them sit right there. And it's just letting the ink dry. Some people do that. Some people don't. It's what I do. All right, let me get my ruler. So I'm just going to cut this like right at 12x12. That should be big enough. And I'm not making sure that it's straight. Hi, lucky mom of 3. I don't really care if it's straight. I just wanted to cover the canvas. That's going to be perfect. And when I say it's not straight, trust me. Y'all hear your sponsor down there? Thank you, Mia. This fabric is, in my opinion, a lot different than the other 2 that I showed you, or the other 3. Like, it feels more stiff. I can't really explain it. It's different though. I don't know how it, so like here's what the fabric looks like. It's not cut perfectly at all. I'm not worried about those frayed edges because that's going to be wrapped around the canvas anyway. This is approximately 12x12. It's approximately. Yes, yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do now that the image has been sitting here, right? what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over my fabric with my lint roller. Look at me remembering, right? And then I'm going to pre-press the fabric. Here's the image that was just sitting on the heat press. The heat press is set to 400 degrees. I'm gonna just do a quick pre-press just to get the wrinkles out. I'm doing a quick pre-press just to get the wrinkles out. That's not enough. I don't know why this is doing this to me. Just getting the wrinkles out. Here's the fabric. Yes. So now I'm just going to take the image, and I'm going to tape it to the fabric. Now I'm not cutting any of that white off because this is white fabric and it won't matter anyway. Let me make sure it's big enough to fit around my canvas. It is. It's gonna look really good. Okay. So I'm gonna just take the image, tape it down, like just in the middle, as good as I could get it in the middle. Pull the fabric so it's not wrinkled under the image. Butcher paper. So I'll put a piece of butcher paper on the heat press, on the plate right here. I'm gonna take the fabric. The fabric is going to be on that butcher paper and the image is going to be on top, and the other piece of butcher paper is going to be on top of that. Can you use a pressing pillow under it? And you could. The lining up, we got an issue. Use an auto press. Yeah. So I have butcher paper, fabric, image, butcher paper. So like a little sandwich. I'm going to press this on 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Hey, Lisa. Like a sub sandwich, yes. Okay, so I'm really finished with this. This is just one of those, it's pretty on this side, but for what? I don't know. It's just one of those Cricut self-healing mats. Okay. Yeah, meh. What questions do y'all have so far? I'm going to plug up my glue gun. Oh, Lord. Sorry about the sound. Oh, I can tell it's going to be really, really good. I can tell it's going to be really, really good. Oh, my God. What did you miss? You didn't miss. Oh, honey. So this is the image, right? So I'm going to peel it. See that? So it's on the fabric. Right? And then I'm going to take this and cover the canvas with it. So I got a good release of that ink, right? Because that's what my, this was my printed image. This is what I'm going to cover the fabric with. So I can start moving this stuff out of the way. And if you have a big, like a wide format printer, I'm going to use this one. So now here, hey, thank you, Tina. 400 degrees, 60 seconds, yes. So really this is trash, right? I'm just gonna take this, here's my, my 8x10 canvas, and I'm just going to cover the canvas with this. And it doesn't matter if some of this overlaps, like it doesn't matter if some of it like goes on the side. I actually like it like that, right? It has a more natural look, right? If it kind of flaps over. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to get it as straight as I can. Hopefully y'all can still see. Is that good? Is that crooked? Hope it's not. And I'm just going to go like hold this, right? You good? And then I'm just going to use my staple gun. And what I did, everybody's going to do it the way they do it. Yes. What I was doing when I used my staple gun is that I was trying to staple in a place where there were not already staples. I did not take the staples out. I just stapled in between where there were already staples. So like I can staple right here, I can staple where there isn't already a staple. Y'all following? You picking up what I'm putting down? Well, that looks so good. Maybe they'll take it to college. I doubt it. They're like, you know what? I'm not. Okay, so I'm just gonna, get it as straight as I can. Remember, this was just a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. That's all this is. Okay. So let me tell you something else I did, because the first time I had a hard time like holding the fabric on the canvas. So I just added a little bit of glue to the canvas and then I stapled. So let me show you. I'm gonna do the same thing I did there. So like right here, I'm just add a little bit of glue, like just glue, just a little bit to help me hold the fabric in place. And then when I pull the fabric over, I'm not trying to like hold it like it's gonna stay. and then I staple. Okay. Then I did the same thing over here. So in the corners, I kind of had to like do it like a fold. Let me make sure y'all can see what I did so far. I added glue. Then I used that glue to help like another pair of hands. And then I stapled where there was not already a staple. Okay. Then right here, I just kind of like fold it like a tuck fold. Like I'm not a seamstress. And I don't know like how y'all be doing all that stuff, but I just did it the way I could do it, right? I did it the way I could do it. Then I'm gonna add some glue right here. And I'm pulling tight. Military corners, okay. Now I'm having a hard time stapling because this table is up high. So you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I tried it with the laminate. Mine did not come out. I mean, it could totally be me. Like I accept responsibility that is probably me. Like, girl, yours didn't come out good because it's you. But I like it like this. Just like it like this. So I had a hard time with the fold and the. So, but I'm still pulling tight, and using the glue gun helps because it'll keep it in place for you till you can staple. Hospital corner, okay. And if you don't want to use the staple gun, you can try using the glue gun all the way across. You can try that. And don't worry about how this looks because that's all going to be covered up. And then I would just do one more side right here. Y'all know that I don't really do sales, but I did make one of these for someone and I sold it. And because I'm selling, I was selling her image, like a photo, like a family photo, you could sell it for what you want to sell it for, right? I think I sold it for $25 at this size. Didn't get a good one right now. Good night, Vinny. Right, so then I'm finished. Right. So then what I would do, what I did, you could get, you know, you could say, well, I want the back to match the front. So you can get, like, I could get green cardstock and I can just glue it on so that the back looks like this. So it doesn't matter what the inside looks like because you're not going to see that. See what I'm saying? So then if I wanted to just glue this on and then cut around it, I could do that, right? I could just glue this paper on. Or you could use felt. When I did one that I sold, I put felt on the back because it's just as a classier look than just a piece of cardstock, because that's all this is. It's just cardstock. Make sure y'all like the video. If you didn't, go ahead and do that for me. So then I would just go and get my my thing right here, my rolling cutter, or I would cut with my scissors because I'll be done cut the whole thing up. That's it. So then the back is like that. You can. Good night, Vanessa. You can cut the excess off, but you can't tell that I have excess under here. You don't know what's under here, right? And then I would get some of those hangables to hang it on the wall. Okay. You can get them anywhere, Janice. You can get them from Walmart. You can get them from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann, Amazon. That's me, Crafty D. Okay. And that's it. Yes. Yes. And depending on the size, let me bring my camera up. Depending on the size of your, the light is not good. Let me see. We don't need that. Depending on the size of your printer, right? You can make a bigger one. You can make, oh, I look, okay. You can make a bigger one, okay? So hopefully you were able to follow along. I showed you everything. I showed you how I, resize in Word. I showed you how I print, how I press. how I get it on here, because remember this started out like this and then it turned into this, and I think it looks great. And so, you know, you could do fabric, you could do felt. Like I said, I've done that on the back of one. Do it however you do it, but hopefully you found this helpful, and I can hang this up if I want to. Okay, so did we accomplish our goal? Did we accomplish our goal? Did we? Fairy lights, fancy. Did we accomplish our goal? All right. So remember the reminders. I don't do one-on-ones, not even on Instagram, not on Facebook. If you have a question about a video, ask the question under the video. If you're in the Facebook group, ask the question to the group. Okay? So let me see what I say about road rage. Thank y'all so much for spending your time with me. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. I have enjoyed spending time with you, even when there was what? No sound. That's me. No sound D. Okay? It's going to be me. All right? Let me say what I say about road rage. It's not necessary. It's just like, it's not necessary, right? People are going through stuff, and most of the time they take it out on what? The road. And if you're driving and they're having someone that's had a bad day, they won't take it out on you, right? Just think about it. You don't even know that person, right? You're probably not going to see them. You wouldn't even be interacting with them, because if they act like that on the road, imagine how they act at work, right? So just don't even get yourself involved. Wherever you're going, keep your what? Eyes on the road. What I do is turn my music up, all the way up. I don't even know what's going on with anybody else, because I don't even care. I just want to get to where I'm going, even if it means I'm going to be what? Late. Because most of the time I am. Yesterday I had to go to this place and I called them 3 times and pushed the time back 30 minutes, and I was still late. We started out at 4 o'clock. First I said 4 o'clock. Then I said, can we make it 4:30? She was like, yes. Can we make it 5 o'clock? She said, yes. I still didn't get there till 5:30. Okay. That's what I do. Okay. So I just want you to know that. But guess what I do? Arrive alive, because I don't get into it with nobody. I don't argue with anybody. I don't care if they don't use their blinker. I don't care if they, speed in front of me. Or I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just so into my music and whatever's on my mind. I'm not even thinking about that, all right? I'm not going to give them the right finger of fellowship. I'm not going to tell them how I feel about their driving. That's not my job. My job is to get where I'm going, okay? And that's your job too. You just tell yourself, that person has to use the bathroom. That's it. If you just say, they have an emergency, they just left Taco Bell. Don't say that. Don't say that. Sorry, Taco Bell. Sorry, Taco Bell. Sorry, Taco Bell. Okay? You can say whatever, okay? Whatever comes to your mind in terms of they have to go to the bathroom. Say that, and then you won't even be mad anymore. You'll be like, you know what? I understand. They just left their restaurant, okay? All right, so thank y'all for joining me. If you did not like the video, please go like it, even though we had a portion of time where there was what? No sound. Like the video anyway, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching. Y'all be good to each other, okay? If y'all are joining my Facebook group, we don't do drama. We don't do drama. We don't do sales. We don't do links. We don't borrow SVGs. We don't do any of that, okay? We don't do that, okay? All right. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Bye now. Let me see if I can close it. Okay.